So today I'm going to talk about crisis. Why does crisis happen? You know, sometimes we sort of float through life and all of a sudden our world falls apart. Something happens to absolutely devastate us, and at the time it just feels absolutely devastating. We just get propelled into a completely weird state of panic and fear and loss and sadness and all the emotions that are brought up through crisis. And because I've worked with hundreds of people from all over the world, I have become to realize that the patterns that crisis creates is because we're not listening to the whispers. When we get crisis in our life, it's because we're not listening to what our true hearts. We're not listening to our soul and what our soul is calling us to do. So sometimes we might be on a path that isn't really helping us to reach our full potential. We might be having issues in our life. We might be having health issues, relationship issues, financial issues, whatever issues we might be going on in our life, and we're not facing them, then we're forced to face them. You know, if we're not listening to the okay, something's not quite right here, what do I need to do? If we're not listening to that, then unfortunately we are pushed into a state of crisis to completely take us out of that and put us back on to a new path again. And sometimes it might feel absolutely devastating for you. And of course it is, because we're suddenly from the known to the unknown, and it is bloody scary. However, trust this crisis. Trust that this is all perfectly meant to be for the next phase of your life. This isn't by accident. This is you having a breakdown, breaking down the old patterns, breaking down all that no longer serves you. So this actually is a service, even though it doesn't look like it from the beginning. 10 years, 5 years, 2 months along the track, you'll know why this happened. You'll know why the crisis happened. But a little tip, if you don't want a crisis to happen in your life, then listen to those whispers. Listen to your intuition. Listen to those little nudges that you might get. Listen to that part of you that kind of yearns for something, yet you don't do anything about it. You crave something, or you hear little niggles in the back of your mind, but you back them away because your logic and your ego likes to take over. Because it's scary to step into the unknown. However, we must listen to those whispers. We must listen to our intuition, because it is our heart. It is our soul calling us to fulfill our greatest potential and to be the happiest, healthiest person that we can possibly be in this lifetime. So this is my little message for you, is if there's crisis in your life, surrender to it. Be okay with it. Just know and trust that it's all meant to be, no matter how painful it is right now. You have been opened. You have been smashed open. You have been broken down. And this is all to break down all the old ways of being. Because if you don't have this breakdown, the old pattern can't break down and for a new pattern to emerge. So please trust your crisis. And if you don't want a crisis, trust your intuition. And that's my little message for you today. Take care, lots of love. I hope to see you again soon.